What's poppin', everybody? This is Sabro94. So a couple of days ago, I got a comment from somebody asking me what's the best way and the fastest way to sort of obtain cards in Pokemon TCG Online. And I did answer the dude in another comment, like sort of reply to him, but I thought to myself, actually this is a very good video idea to talk about it and give you guys some information. I'm pretty sure I meant to talk about this in a video a while back, like in the past, and I just forgot, and I guess that comment reminded me. So if you want the sort of Cliff Notes, one sentence summary, there really isn't any sort of a magical trick or shortcut. You either pay up with codes or grind. At the same time though, it depends on what your needs are. Like for example, if your goal is to become competitive, qualify for worlds, like win tourneys and collect points and stuff, and you want to use Pokemon TCG Online to playtest, your best bet obviously is to have all the cards or as much access to cards as you can, so you can build the decks exactly how you want them, experiment with them, test with them, try out different decks, not just one deck, and just have access to a lot of cards. So I think people that are serious with being competitive in real life, what they do is they do spend the money, they do buy lots of codes, and they end up getting a lot of packs online. And obviously, the more packs you open, it increases your chances to sort of get everything and build the decks you want. Trading cards on TCG Online, like on the trade server, that's really hit and miss. I never was a fan of it ever since they made you have to pay like tokens to put up a trade. It really just limited trade options since they did that, because I know a lot of people stopped using that feature, and I did as well. I don't want to spend tokens when there's no guarantee I'm gonna get my trade. But like before, you could just put the trade up. This is what I'm looking for, this is what I want, and if it worked, it worked. If it didn't matter. In general, most of the trade offers over there are just really bad, really unfair. Sometimes like very ridiculous offers. Like I don't know if it's young kids or if it's just people do it as a joke, putting up ridiculous offers. Trading on TCG Online is a good way or a fast way to get what you need. Like if you're missing one or two cards for your deck, or if you're just looking something specific and you want to get it really fast. If you have a lot of packs or a lot of other good shit and you're okay with parting with it, and you just have a library, I guess, of stuff, you've got a lot of shit saved up, then you can just say, okay, I'm looking for Eternatus. You want 5 Darkness Ablaze packs. Okay, here it is. Here's the packs. I get the card. I build the deck. You know, these sorts of trades. You gotta have lots of available tradable packs and good tradable cards if you actually want to see offers of the stuff you're looking for. And to be honest, if you're starting from scratch, like if you want to start playing the game seriously from the beginning, you will need to put up some codes up so that you can at least get some cards and get some stuff to work with. Like for example, in the past when I used to buy lots of Pokemon booster boxes of the new stuff like Black and White, X and Y, Sun and Moon, you know, I'd buy them because I wanted to get the cards in real life, and then I'd use the codes online. And you know, with the cards you unlock, you build some decks, and then you just play from there. And if you're a good player, and if you win a lot, the program does, you know, reward you for it. You got the versus ladder, you've got tourneys, you get more tokens, you get more tournament tickets, and the more you play, the more you do well, the more you can obtain more cards. So that's just basically how it goes. There isn't really any secret trick or shortcut. It is pretty fair if you ask me. Like the Pokemon TCG Online system makes the most sense to me, and it would have been good if like Yu-Gi-Oh had this sort of online platform and it worked like it works for Pokemon. But I guess there are some differences with Yu-Gi-Oh. It wouldn't work as well when we have multiple prints of cards. But what I'm trying to say is like you get the packs in real life. You buy an online. You buy a physical booster pack, you get an online booster pack with the code. That's just how it is. You buy a box, you get 36 packs online. So it's pretty fair. You get to use your cards, and if the server ever goes down, you've got the physical cards anyway in real life. Now, as I've said, if you want the fastest way, the most efficient way for your time, then you really just have to pay up and buy some codes. There's no other way. You can buy codes in bulk, and they're not that expensive most of the time. It depends on the set, but at least on Card Market, I think you can get like codes for 10 cents each one, and stuff like that. I think it's actually too cheap, but that's just how it is in the market. And you can unlock cards in TCG Online. I would say once you unlock like enough cards that you have stuff to work with, then you can get by at least for a while if you don't like buy codes again. Like for example, I haven't bought Pokemon booster boxes since Celestial Storm. And for the most part, while it's not perfect, I do sort of get by. I use like the decks that I've already made and have them established, like in expanded, even in standard. You try and win, you try and play lots of games, and then you save up the tokens you get from winning, from climbing the Versus ladder. And then by the time the next set comes out after 3 months, I have enough tokens saved up so that I can buy a bunch of packs, like at least 50 packs and what have you. You're definitely not going to unlock everything and get what you need to build the decks you want, even if you just get 50 packs. It's just the nature of the TCG sets these days. They're really just big, and I mean, I don't know what they do with the ratios, like if they give you better ratios if you if you put in redeem codes as opposed to just buying them from the TCG Online store. But nevertheless, I buy lots of packs like that, and I get most of the latest set online anywhere. And then from there, it's up to you to work with what you have and build new decks and just try and be successful again and get more cards and build more decks. Never ending cycle, I guess, until the TCG ends someday, if it ever ends. But it's basically all you can do. So for any new guys that are just starting out and they just want to get some access to cards the quickest way possible, but they don't want to buy billions of codes, my recommendation is that you buy like, let's say 70 codes or 100 codes or what have you from a set like Darkness Ablaze. It's the latest set, and you can build decks from that set like by just pulling from it. So for example, you can build Eternatus from that deck. Most of the cards you need are in that set. Once you build a really good deck like that, then you start using it by nature of its tier, being tier 1, tier 0. If you play up against peon decks or lesser players, you're going to win against them easy, even if you're not the greatest player in the world, because you're using a good deck. And then just keep winning and keep unlocking more tokens and more cards. And this is the best way if you're just going to start out. I feel like you should invest in some codes. If you don't want to get codes ever, you can still do that, but it's going to be very, very slow how are you going to obtain cards. Like, I'm not sure how the trainer challenge works, like for players starting a new game on TCG Online, like a new account. I did those sort of a trainer in-game matches a long time ago, so I don't know how it works now. But you don't exactly unlock that much once you beat all of them. But it's something you can try out as well. I do recommend you do all of the free shit the game allows you to get cards. But at the end of the day, the best thing you can do is to just invest in some codes, at least some codes, in the beginning. And then once you start building up a library, building up decks and cards for your account, then you don't need to worry so much about getting more codes in the future. So this is basically the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, and share this video with your friends. I hope this was helpful, even if the information isn't exactly that groundbreaking. It's kind of obvious. But like I've said, there's no magical trick, at least that I know of. Thank you guys for watching. Saberwolf94. We'll say